Hey guys, what's up? It's Fern. Thank you so much for joining me for another Planty video. Today we are going to be doing some plant chores. I actually have a list that I made a couple of days ago and I just have not gotten around to completing or even starting. So that's what we are going to do. I don't even remember what's on the list. So let's take a look. Okay, here we go. We'll review it with Miss Olive here. Okay, so this is the list. Oh yes, I wanted to move my Euphorbia. If you watched my cactus and succulent collection video, then you would know I've been having some problems with my Euphorbia white ghost, and a lot of the comments were suggesting that I move it to higher lights, which I agree with. So I'm going to be moving that to a grow light. My Monstera standaliana, it needs to be fastened, like refastened to its moss pole. Pot up my Begonia gray feather. This has rooted up pretty well for me, so I think I can get away with potting it now. I have some babies that I grew from corm of my Alocasia dragon scale, and I wanted to add those to the main pot. Tape my, I need to add another strip of tape to my philodendron silver sword because it's starting to grow up the plank a little bit more. We need to pot up one of my new, my only new plant that I got. I have not even shown this plant yet, you guys. I got this, how long ago now? Over a week ago. It was the week that a lot of stuff was going on with Olive and we were at the vet and whatnot. I was kind of distracted that week. I did end up posting the unboxing on Patreon, but I have not shown it on here or on Instagram, so I will show you guys my philodendron SP Silver. It's so beautiful, so I'll pot that up. And then I want to air layer my philodendron verrucosum. I got a lot of suggestions to do this in my plant goals video, so I think it's a great idea. That's what we're going to be doing. So if you guys like the sound of those planty activities, I would love for you to join me. Just keep on watching. I'm also gonna light a candle just to get the vibes going. So this is a cinnamon spiced vanilla candle and it smells so good. I got this for Christmas from my brother, so let's light that up. Perfect. I also have a cup of tea right here. This is a big mug of tea. It's just red rose with soy milk and some coconut sugar. So I'm going to be enjoying that while I do my plant chores. It's the evening, you guys. It's 5:37, so we are just getting all of the relaxing, winding down vibes going tonight. My grow lights have already shut off for the day. They run for about 10 hours, which is a frequently asked question that I get. So they typically run from 7 to 5 or 6 to 4. I don't know why I have them on different schedules, but some of them are slightly different. Anyways, we are going to turn, these are both lights. I know one says fan, but they're both lights. Turn those babies back on. And I'm gonna turn that top one back on too. That one's just a manual. There we go. And then the bedroom, I'm gonna go turn those ones on as well. I just like to have all the grow lights on when I'm doing plant chores and working just so I can see everything, obviously. Okay, let there be light. Yes, I did end up moving my string of hearts propagation from the wall. Just because I decided I did just want to have this be a gallery wall, so yeah, I replaced it with that painting there. Okay, you guys, so I just grabbed the plant off of my windowsill and look what happened. It came right out of the pot, and this has been a problem basically since I got this plant last summer. It's just like the roots have never like rooted into this pot, and I'm beginning to wonder if this root system is just unwell. It's hard to tell if it's rotted or not, but they're definitely very dry. And this plant honestly looks like it's getting worse, kind of. Like, look at the browning. It looks like it's spreading to like the base of the plant. So I'm thinking, you guys, that I might propagate this. I might cut it up and let it callus for like a week and then pot it in some soil and see if I can kind of start over before I lose the whole thing, because these just don't look like good roots. You guys can let me know what you think, but I think we're gonna go ahead and cut this. Ooh, I'm nervous. I'm really nervous to chop this up, but I feel like it's going to be better to do it now, and then hopefully in spring and summer it can grow some nice roots and maybe some more foliage as well, or whatever you call the growth that these get. Okay, so I'm definitely going to be cleaning my shears with an alcohol swab. And I'm thinking I'll make a cut here. I'll put it this way so you can see better. I'm thinking, it's spiky. I'm gonna make a cut here. It just seems like kind of a natural place to cut it, and this is like right after the browning as well. So let's just do our first one there. I hope these scissors are gonna be sharp enough. Okay, she thick. Shoot. Oh, there we go. Oh wow. Oh wow. Looks meaty inside there. I hope that's what it's supposed to look like. These are very milky when you cut them. They get a really like sticky, milky substance. I'm gonna wash my hands. That's what this side looks like. Has a smell. I think I'm gonna cut again right here. There's like kind of a natural break again, so I'm gonna do that. Holy crap. Oh! Onto the couch, onto the couch. Okay, so I think that I'm going to keep these two. I guess I don't know if I should cut the roots off, or if I should try to repot that and see if it can be saved. It's just really hard to say if those roots are, you know, salvageable or not. No, you know what? I think I'm gonna cut the base off of this. But obviously I'm gonna be keeping this. This is like the nice piece. This one, I think I'm just gonna be tossing because this one has a lot of browning and the browning is spreading to the base on that one. So let's cut the roots off of this one. These are kind of small, but I'm gonna give them a try. Oh boy. Okay, got them off. So these two pieces here, we're gonna be letting callus for about a week, and then I'll pot them into soil after that. Okay, so this is where I put it. This is on the windowsill in my bedroom. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna leave it there. I don't really know where else to put it for now. I'll be moving it under a grow light once I pot it up, but for now I'm just gonna have it by the window. I don't know. Comment if I should move this to under a grow light. I don't know if you're supposed to like blast it with light while it's callusing over or what. Yeah, I'm a noob at this type of thing. I don't think I've ever propagated a Euphorbia before, so I'm just gonna cross my fingers. It's kind of like, you know, when a plant isn't doing well and it's just like a last ditch effort, so you're not like really emotionally invested in it either way. That's kind of how I feel. Like I'm hoping for the best, but if I lose the plant, it wasn't really doing well to begin with. I mean, I don't think I'm going to use it. I think that it's gonna work to propagate it, but yeah, it could always be a possibility, right? Okay, so we kind of did that one. Next, Monstera standaliana. Let me grab him. Okay, so I have Mr. Standaliana right here, and this is what he's looking like. So these are his two brand new leaves. Do you see that? I'm gonna move the light. It's like coming from a weird angle here. There we go. Okay, so these are his 2 new leaves that he has shot out. He's even working on another one coming out of this vine right here, which is crazy. But as you can see, he has some aerials coming out that need to be fastened onto this moss pole. I'm just going to continue to wrap him around this way, I guess. He's just kind of crazy, but I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna wrap him around some more. So I have my plant Velcro. I get some questions about this plant Velcro. This is just, I'm pretty sure it's Velcro brand, but if you just, or if you're looking online, you can search garden tape. I'm sure Amazon, I think I even have it linked to my Amazon storefront in the description box, but I find that most places that sell plants, like most garden centers and even big box stores, do carry this. So yeah, it's just garden tape or garden Velcro or plant Velcro or whatever you want to call it. So I'm just going to put it over. I usually put it like right over or very close to the aerial. This aerial looks kind of unwell, but there's another one underneath. I usually put it very close to the aerial to just get it pressed as close as possible to the moss. So it's gonna be like that. This is a long piece of tape, but I'm reusing it from something else so I don't have to cut off a new piece. So we're just gonna work with it. Okay, for the next one, this aerial right here, I'm just going to attach to 2 smaller leftover pieces of the tape, and then just gonna try to fasten him as close to the moss as possible. I probably could have snuck him in with the other piece of tape. Should I do that? Maybe I will. I'm gonna try it. Where's the end? Right here. So I'm just gonna loosen this one. And add this one in. Yeah, that's better actually. That works. That works. Okay, so I only had to use that one piece of tape, and now the aerials are both pressed closer to the moss pole. And yeah, we'll see what happens with this plant. I mean, it doesn't look that bad, but it doesn't look great either, the way it's growing. We'll see. Definitely needs more time. Okay, next. Whoop, I'm spilling soil everywhere. I always have to vacuum after I do repotting, so it's okay. Okay, you guys. Next, we are going to be potting up my Begonia Gray Feather. This is a cutting from Charmaine on Planned Parenthood's plant, and I did not think that this little guy was gonna make it. He did not enjoy shipping at all, which fair enough, he's a begonia and it was in December. However, he has rooted, maybe I'll leave him in the water so you can see. He has rooted, I just pulled him out so they got all wonky, but, and he has put out 2 leaves with a 3rd on the way. This is a new leaf right here, and this is a new leaf, and then you can see there's a little baby one right there that's trying to emerge. It's the cutest thing in the world. So it's not the most robust root system that I've ever seen. Ooh, it actually looks a little sus. Looks a little sus, but I'm gonna try potting him up anyways. I really hope that this isn't a bad idea. I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna put him in this really small one with a lot of aeration. I'm probably only gonna fill this up like halfway with potting mix actually. Why does the root system look so much smaller out of the water than it did in the water? It's like an optical illusion or something. Anyways, I'm still gonna pot him up because I just feel that it's right. And begonias, I think that you can even just propagate them into soil, so we're just gonna roll with it. We're just gonna roll with it. His roots are probably not super happy because I've let this water get absolutely disgusting, but regardless, we are going to see how he does in a soil mix. So, guess I should show you what I'm doing, shouldn't I? Here we go. Here we go, folks. Okay, so we have our little pot right here. Just going to put a little bit of soil on the bottom, maybe a little bit more than that. A little bit of soil on the bottom. I'm gonna stick him in, add a little bit more soil. I don't want to add that much. We don't want to, you know, we don't want to drown him. So I'm just gonna add, I'm gonna put a little bit more than that. So he's falling over. Whoop. Okay, we're doing it like that. We're doing it like that. Look at how cute he is. So cute. Okay, I'm gonna water him and then he's gonna go back in the exact same spot on top of my Millsbow wide, getting his beautiful light from the plant spectrum, which he's really been enjoying. So yeah, let's water him and pop him back. Hopefully this is not too stressful for you, little buddy. Okay, he's so cute. I'm very obsessed with this begonia. If you guys have seen them when they're larger, they look really similar to philodendron verrucosum, like the coloring and patterning. The way that the leaves looks very verrucosum-esque. Obviously mine is just like baby, regrowing back. But if you watch Charmaine's videos, then you may have seen it in its large form, and it's truly magnificent. So yeah, I'm really crossing my fingers for this guy, but I have a feeling that he'll be just fine. Okay, so we did that. We just did that. Pot babies into dragon scale. Okay, very exciting. Wait until you guys see how cute these tiny little alocasia dragon scale babies are. Okay, this is very exciting because I have not even opened this up since I put these corms in here. So this is just a plastic jar. It's an old jam jar. I put the corms in sphagnum moss in there, and then I put some plastic wrap and then an elastic to keep it airtight. And yeah, I have not opened it once. So this is definitely the fastest way that I've ever had corms grow, alocasia corms grow. So if you want to try this method, I can definitely recommend it. But oh my goodness, they're so cute. They are so stinking cute. So there's two separate ones in there. I'm assuming that these leaves are each from one. Okay, so I don't want to damage them to remove them, but oh shoot. I did not think this far ahead. I think if I'm just gentle, oh, I can see the roots. I can see the roots in there. Do you see that? Along the glass? Oh my gosh, she is rooted. She is so rooted. This is incredible. This worked so well. Okay, I'm just gonna gently tugging. And it should come out. Oh my gosh. Wow. This is amazing. I actually have not grown that many corms. I've only done it a couple of times, so this is very cool, very exciting. That sphagnum's on there pretty good. I don't want to wreck any of these little roots. I cannot believe how well this rooted in there. That only took a couple of months. That's so cool. That is amazing. Look at the leaf. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to be adding this back into my mother pot to make it even more full. I was originally going to grow these for trades. I do still have a couple of other ones that I could use for trades, but since Alocasia Dragon Scale has become so available here in Canada, I don't really need to save it for trades. I have other things that I think people would want more, so I'm just going to be potting these back in. Which I'm happy about because I love this plant and I love how large I've grown it out, and I'm really excited to just make an even more impressive pot. So this one is rooted super well also. Move that sphagnum. And of course I'm gonna reuse this moss. I always boil and reuse. Okay, so that is what that guy looks like. So cute. These look incredible. They're so healthy and happy. Okay, so I need to add them into the pot. Okay, so I am just going to, I think I'm just gonna try to dig a little hole and then add it in rather than like uprooting this whole thing. I'll see if that feels like it's gonna work. Oh yeah, it should. These are pretty small still. I can just pop it in. Oh, this plant is gonna be so cool when these start growing bigger too. Okay, just gonna cover those roots up. I can even add, I still have my soil here beside me, I can even add a little bit just to make sure everything is covered. There we go. Oh, so cute. And then I'll put the other one, maybe at the front. That one's in the back, so I can add another one in the front. I have I think this is like a dragon's blood crystal. It's dragon something. I think it's dragon's blood. So I thought it was suiting, whoops, I just threw it. I thought it was suiting to put it in my dragon scale plant. Anyways, okay, let's dig another little hole in the front here. Put this in. And once these babies establish themselves a little bit, I am going to be transitioning this plant out of the IKEA greenhouse cabinet, so that will probably be happening within the next 4 to 6 weeks. Okay, that was easy peasy. Very happy with that. I don't think that I had a third corm in here, did I? I know I put 3 in one of them, but no, there's only 2 in there. I do have a Ziploc with the other corms, but it hasn't sprouted any leaves yet. I might actually transfer those into here because this seems to work better. So maybe I'll do that right now, actually. Okay, so there's 2. Oh, they are putting leaves. They are just putting out their first leaves. So maybe I'll leave them in here a little bit longer. I can see they're rooting too. I don't know if you can see. They are putting out leaves. They're just slower than in the jar. But I am gonna leave them. I thought that they weren't even starting to put out leaves yet. But I'm happy with that. I'm just gonna blow up this bag and then put it back into the cabinet. I also just find the jar is kind of easier because these like tend to deflate and it's just can be a little bit annoying because no matter how well you like press this seal, they always deflate over time. And this, you don't have to worry about that. Like I did not have to do anything with the jar method. So I think I'll be doing that from now on. Anyways, those are all good for a little while longer. Okay, done. Next, we need to tape my philodendron silver sword. So I'll show you what I'm talking about and then I'll grab a piece of tape. Okay, so here is my philodendron. Oh, there we go. My philodendron silver sword. Now the last piece of tape is right here, and these were the first aerial roots to grow out towards the plank. But we have the next set of aerial roots here starting to reach out towards the plank, which is very exciting. So I did just want to put a little piece of tape here just to kind of encourage that and reinforce that. As you can see, I do have another new leaf that is doing its little inchworm thing here. These have just been getting stuck for me so much lately, and I ordered some CalMag, so I'm gonna start supplementing with that and see if it helps. But yeah, the leaves have just really been struggling to unfurl. I'm also gonna have another one coming out right there. Oops, this camera is focusing on the wrong spots today. Another leaf coming out right there on this leaf because I have 2 separate vines in here. Looks like that one Hopefully it won't get stuck. I guess we'll see. But yeah, I'm just going to get a piece of packing tape. That's what I've been using to attach this. And then I don't think I'm gonna play around with this leaf yet. I'll leave it for another couple days and just hope that it doesn't snap. Yeah, we'll see. I have been misting it. I know people say you need to lubricate them, just like spray them with water, and I do, you guys. I do. But I always have to end up going in with the tweezers. Okay, I don't really have anywhere to put my camera. I'm gonna try to do this with one hand. Have my tape. Cut it in half so it's a little bit thinner. And I'm just gonna gently adhere it. I don't even know if it needs this, but I'm just gonna do it anyways. I feel like it might like increase humidity around the roots as well. I might just be crazy thinking that, but because they're like kind of covered, like water kind of stays in there a little bit. I don't know. Okay. So it's definitely pressed up against the wood now. Hopefully they continue to grow out, and hopefully this leaf will be okay. Send good philodendron leaf vibes. Oh my gosh, you guys, I seriously cannot help myself. I went in with the tweezers. I did. Oh. Hopefully it'll be fine. I just have such a hard time leaving them like that because a lot of the times they'll snap from being bent right here. There's a little bit of damage on this side, but I think that that is just from like being crunched in this petiole. I don't think that that's from the tweezers. I mean, it could be, but I find that leaves get that kind of damage even when I don't go in with the tweezers, just when they've been like stuck in there for a while. But he's free now. Don't hate me. If you guys wanted an update on my string of hearts propagations, it has been less than a week and we already have some little roots forming, if you can see there. So they are doing very, very well. Okay, Dunzo, pot up SP Silver. Okay, wait until you guys see this plant. Okay, you guys, when I tell you I was shook when I received this plant, it was actually delayed in the mail for a couple of days, so I was a little bit stressed about it, but like I said, I was dealing with things with Olive, and it was just a crazy week, so it wasn't even on my mind, but it showed up, and it was freaking perfect, and oh, you can already see it's on the screen. Look at this. This is my philodendron SP Silver, or SP Colombia. This is from North Shore Tropicals, and this is my one like new plant from a plant store for the whole year. I pre-ordered it last year, and yeah, it arrived just over a week ago. Like I said, it's been living in my IKEA greenhouse cabinet. It's still in sphagnum moss. It was shipped in sphagnum moss. Looks absolutely perfect. You guys, when I tell you my jaw dropped when I received this plant, when I unboxed it, like I said, the unboxing is on Patreon. I included it in a plant chores video on there. But yeah, I can't believe how perfect it is. This leaf was actually unfurling and shipping. It's now unfurled, and I thought that this leaf was gonna be super damaged because of that, but it only has like this little tear right here, and other than that, it looks beautiful. So yeah, I'm so over the moon about this plant. I love it so much. It's so unique from anything else that I have in my collection, so I'm really glad that I chose to add it in. I think it's really, really just something special. Yeah, the texture of the leaves and the color, it really is like that bluish silver green tone. I love it so much. I was honestly blown away. So yeah, very happy with this guy and excited to get it into a potting mix today. So maybe I'll move you a little bit closer for this part. Okay, so I'm just going to be removing the moss, and it is moist. I kind of just jammed it in here. Probably not great, but like I said, I was just dealing with a lot and was unfortunately not able to give this my full attention when it arrived, but it's fine. So yeah, I'm just going to remove the moss. Okay, so I have removed most of, I don't even know what this is. It does not seem like sphagnum. It's very like fibrous. Anyways, these are the roots. I did kind of pick off a lot of roots when I was doing that, but I think it's gonna be fine. We still have a lot on here. And I'm just going to be potting it into this small plastic pot. So I'm gonna add some potting mix. Okay, so that is what it looks like. I mean, it's basically the same, except for now it's in a potting mix instead of whatever that mossy stuff was. I'm gonna water it in and then put it back into my Mills boat cabinet. I feel a lot better just having this in a clear container so that I can monitor the root growth, since this is a new plant that I'm still kind of acclimating to my space. So that's always a plus with clear pots. Okay, you guys, we have made it to our last task, which is air layering the philodendron verrucosum. So I've got it out here, it's ready to go. And I got my moss ready as well. So this is just sphagnum moss that I've moistened with Super Thrive water. That's what we're going to be using to air layer. And I'm going to grab some plastic wrap and then we're ready to rock. Okay, so the part of the plant, first of all, actually, look at the newest leaf on this, you guys. It's pretty much hardened off now and it is so beautiful. Definitely the most mature leaf that I've gotten on this plant. And look at the petiole. It's so hairy. It's the first like fully hairy petiole that this plant has given me. There's a back view. Oh, it's just so stunning. Okay, so the nodes that we are going to be air layering today is this one right here. So just at the base of that newest leaf. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to move this green tape down a little bit. Actually curious if this is even rooted into the moss at all. Oh, I think it has. And I think my tape's caught to the root. Yeah, it was. It's fine though. Okay, so we do have a root growing into the moss. I don't know if you'll be able to see. But that is good. Not sure if anything's, it looks like we might have a root growing into the actual pole on the other side as well. I'm still going to add some moss just over the top of this node so we can get some more roots growing out. So I don't even think I need to add this Velcro back on just because it is already latched onto the pole. So I'm gonna get a piece of plastic wrap ready. And then what I'm gonna do is just grab a bit of moss. I don't know why I made so much because we really don't need a lot for this. I'm just gonna grab, I just have like not that much, like a pretty small amount. And I'm going to cover the node and kind of make a mound over it. And then I'm gonna grab, I can probably fold this plastic wrap in half actually, it's pretty thick. Just gonna grab the plastic wrap, and kind of tricky to work around the other leaves. But you just want to cover the sphagnum. It doesn't have to be perfect. All you're doing is sealing in the humidity so that it encourages root growth. And you don't want your moss to be soaking wet. You just want it to be lightly moist. So I obviously soaked mine in water and then wrung it out really well. Okay, so that's actually pretty good. Now what I'm gonna do is just add a piece of plant Velcro just around the top to kind of just keep more moisture in so that it doesn't dry out super quickly. And then I'm going to do the same along the bottom. I'm out of Velcro, just a sec. Okay, so I'm just going to Velcro around the bottom. Okay, so that's what it looks like. This actually looks pretty good. Now I suspect that this is gonna hold humidity super well, especially because it lives in the IKEA cabinet. So I don't think I'm really gonna have to moisten it that often, but the way that I moisten when I air layer is I just stick, do I have one? No. My squirt bottles with the narrow nozzle, I just kind of wedge the nozzle in there a little bit and then squeeze so that some water comes into this little pocket and the moss can absorb it. So if you're wondering why I'm doing this, I should have explained that, but I didn't really. This is kind of a safer way to propagate if you're not feeling like taking the risk of just taking a clean cut and rooting in water or perlite or moss. Because before I even cut this plant, it's going to have some pretty decent root development. A few of you suggested that I do this with my verrucosum when I was asking about it in my plant goals video, and I thought that it was a really great idea, so that's why I'm doing it. I'm trying to, oh no! Uh-oh, I just realized something, you guys. Oh, I'm so silly. I accidentally put the top of the second vine inside of there. Okay, so we need to free him. We need to free him. I was trying to be so careful around this leaf, but I totally didn't notice that the top just went in there. Let's get him out. Okay, he's been rescued. Good thing I noticed that. All right, so I will keep you guys updated on the progress of this. Alright guys, that is going to be it for this episode of Plant Chores. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more planty content. If you haven't, I would love to have you. I upload 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Oh, also, don't forget to leave me a comment because you know that I love to chat with you. I love to read them. So please go leave a comment down below. Okay, that's it. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!